Level 1, $0. You are 23 years old and your checking account has $11 in it. Not $11 in change, exactly $11. You checked it 3 times this morning. Once when you woke up, once in the bathroom, once at the bus stop in the cold, because you needed to be sure the number hadn't changed overnight while you weren't looking. It hadn't. Your rent is $740. It's due in 4 days. You grew up in a house where money was never discussed out loud. It was felt in the way your mother's shoulders changed shape when the mail came, in the way your father went quiet on the 22nd of every month, which was always 2 days before payday and always the longest 2 days of the month. You learned to read a room before you could read a full sentence. The emergency fund in your house was a Maxwell House coffee tin on top of the refrigerator. Red lid. You had to stand on a chair to reach it. Rolled bills inside, rubber banded, a few loose coins at the bottom, no interest, no plan, just cash sitting in the dark, waiting for the next thing to go wrong. Something always went wrong. A car, a tooth, a layoff that lasted longer than anyone admitted out loud. You are 23. The tin is gone. The $11 is all you have. You are not panicking. You are calculating. That's the difference nobody sees yet. It will take 11 years before anyone does. Level 2, $190. You buy a used vending machine for $900, not because you have $900, because you saved it across 4 months at a job that paid $11 an hour and left you smelling like dish soap no matter how many times you washed your hands. You place it in the lobby of a dental office on a handshake, a percentage of revenue. Nothing in writing because paperwork felt like something other people got to have. First month, $280 gross, after product, after the location's cut, after driving out twice yourself to restock it because you can't afford to pay anyone else. You net $190. Your coworker made more than that in one Saturday of overtime. Nobody congratulates you. Nobody knows there's anything to congratulate. You sit with the $190 on a Thursday night and feel something that isn't pride and isn't disappointment, something quieter than both. You're not looking at the $190. You're looking at what it proves, that a machine can sit in a hallway, solve a stranger's small problem, and pay you whether you're standing there or not. You place a second machine, then a third. You tell no one, not because it's a secret, because there's nothing yet that sounds like anything when you say it out loud. Level 3, $38,000. You buy a laundromat in Ohio for $47,000, working-class neighborhood, older machines, 6 years left on the lease. The previous owner, a retired postal worker named Dale, ran the place out of a flip phone and a spiral notebook. The books are a mess. Underneath the mess, the cash flow is real. People always need to wash their clothes. That need doesn't go away in a recession. It doesn't go away when the market drops 18% in a quarter. It just keeps going, load after load, whether you're watching or not. First year, nets $38,000. You don't celebrate. You use it as a down payment on the next one. This is the part nobody sees. Not the scaling, not the spreadsheet, just a person doing math at a kitchen table at midnight. A Tuesday observation that became a Wednesday question that became a Thursday purchase. You are not building a brand. You are building a machine that runs in the dark and pays you whether anyone is looking or not. Level 4, $287,000. There is a man at the networking event. Plain white t-shirt, $340. You know, because you looked it up once. Matte gray, Range Rover in the lot with a custom wrap. He talks about his portfolio the way some people talk about their personality. Loud, aimed at whoever's listening. He is performing wealth, carefully, at considerable expense. You drove here in a 2017 Honda with 84,000 miles and a crack in the rear bumper you've been meaning to fix for 7 months. Fleece from a sporting goods store. Your watch tells time and does nothing else. When he asks what you do, you say you own a few small businesses. Laundromats mostly. You watch the calculation happen behind his eyes in real time. The car, the fleece, the laundromats. He smiles, turns slightly towards someone else. Sordid, comfortable maybe. Not worth the full pitch. Good. The moment someone underestimates you, they stop watching you. The moment they stop watching you, you can do whatever you want. This isn't humility, it's architecture. The ordinary life is armor, and you put it on every single morning on purpose, the same way some people put on a suit. Level 5, $614,000. Your accountant calls this one the compounding year, which is a polite way of saying the part where the numbers stop needing you to push them. A municipal parking lot comes up at a county tax auction on a Tuesday morning. Almost nobody shows up to these. You buy it for $31,000. 3 highway billboard land parcels follow within the year. Not the billboards themselves, just the dirt underneath them, leased back to the advertising companies on contracts with built-in annual increases. This is also the year your best friend calls on a Tuesday night, not to catch up. There's a thing with her food truck. She wants to lease a storefront, $40,000 short. She doesn't ask directly. She describes the situation in enough detail that the ask sits there unspoken, and then she goes quiet. The quiet is the question. You could send it before the call ends, from your car in a laundromat parking lot without feeling it. That number is about 11 days of passive income. But you don't send it. You sit with the phone against your ear and feel the specific, nameless weight of knowing exactly what you could do and choosing not to. So instead you ask if you can come by Saturday morning. You sit at her kitchen table for 3 hours with a notepad. 2 line items are quietly bleeding her. Questions about her lease terms she's never been asked before, not because she isn't smart, because nobody asked. 4 Saturdays later, she's restructured 2 vendor contracts and found a city grant she qualified for the whole time. She signs the lease herself, calls you the night she gets the keys crying a little, says she couldn't have done it without you. You don't tell her what you could have written the check for. You will probably never tell her. Level 6, $1.1 million. The number crosses 7 figures on a Wednesday. You're standing in the plumbing aisle of a hardware store, trying to remember if the pipe under the utility sink at Laundromat 4 is PVC or galvanized, because it matters which drain cleaner you buy. The notification comes in. Portfolio summary. Total verified net worth, $1,100,000. You put the phone back in your pocket, pick the drain cleaner back up, walk to checkout, pay $8.47. You don't use a rewards card because you can never remember if you have one. This is the moment, not a dinner reservation, not a phone call telling you that you made it. Just fluorescent light, the smell of a hardware store, and a number that's been accumulating quietly through years of Tuesday decisions nobody photographed. You thought it would feel different. You thought there'd be a seam, a before and an after you could feel the edge of. There is no seam. Level 7, $430 million. You are 41. Your accountant's name is Karen. 19 years doing books for small business owners. She does not impress easily. She reads the folder you handed her slowly at a folding table in the back office of Laundromat 3. Then she looks up. This is the most deliberately uninteresting portfolio I have ever seen. She means it as a mild criticism. You take it as the highest compliment you've ever received. 4 laundromats across 2 states, $110,000 net a year, 2 parking lots from those Tuesday morning auctions, $58,000 net, 3 billboard parcels on 15-year ground leases with built-in escalations, a commercial cleaning company with 12 contracted clients and just over $1.1 million in annual revenue. Karen asks if you're planning to pivot into anything with more upside. A tech play. Multifamily real estate. You tell her no. She nods like she expected that and doesn't fully understand it. Every asset in that folder serves a need that doesn't disappear. Not in a downturn, not when some platform disrupts the way people shop or talk or work. People park cars, people wash clothes. Buildings get dirty every day. There is no app for any of it, and no competitor who's going to out-innovate a parking lot. The Q2 summary email arrives on a Thursday at 7:09 in the morning. Same hardware store, different aisle, same crack in the same bumper on the same Honda parked outside. Total verified net worth, $430 million. You stand there a moment. A man 2 feet away is comparing prices on copper fittings. A forklift somewhere in the back of the store is beeping as it reverses. The store doesn't know. The forklift doesn't know. The man with the copper fittings has absolutely no idea he is standing 18 inches from $430 million. You reply to Karen with 3 words. Thanks. Looks right. Then you go find the drain cleaner. Level 8. Same life. You drive home the way you came. Same road, same Honda, same crack in the bumper you still haven't fixed. Nothing about the outside of your life has changed in the last 40 minutes. The laundromat opens at 6 a.m., regardless of what's in any account. Karen will send a follow-up about Q3 projections. The dry cleaner on the corner waves at you the way she has every Tuesday for 6 years, because she knows what time you walk past. She does not know the number. You wave back. Level 9. The only thing that matters. 11 years ago, you netted $190 from a used vending machine in the lobby of a dental office and sat with that number on a Thursday night not knowing what to call what you were feeling. It wasn't pride. It wasn't disappointment. This is the same feeling, exactly the same, just with more zeros behind it. That's not nothing. It might be everything, because it means the feeling was never about the number. It was about the architecture holding. The quiet proof that a system you built with your own hands runs exactly the way you built it to run, without drama, without an audience. You started with a coffee tin on top of a refrigerator and $11 in checking and a question nobody in your family ever asked out loud. Who actually owns this thing? The answer took 11 years and $430 million and 4 Saturdays that cost you nothing and meant everything to someone else. The dry cleaner still waves at you every Tuesday. She has no idea. That's not a failure. That's the whole point. Wealth, money, and the lives behind the numbers.